You've rearranged the furniture, you've added the throw pillows, you even got that rug everyone says pulls a room together. But something still feels off, a little flat, a little cheap even, and you can't put your finger on why. Here's what most people don't realize. It's usually not the furniture. It's the color, specifically the way color is being used. And the frustrating part? Most of these mistakes are incredibly easy to fix once you know what to look for. So today, we're walking through the most common color mistakes that make a home feel off or cheap, and exactly what to do instead. Why color actually matters. Before we jump in, here's something worth knowing. Color isn't just decoration, it's psychological. Studies in color psychology show that the colors around us directly influence our mood, our energy levels, even our appetite. That's not an exaggeration. That's actually how our nervous system processes visual input. Think about it. There's a reason hospitals don't paint their walls red. There's a reason fast food chains love yellow and orange. Color has intent, and when your home's colors don't match the feeling a room is supposed to give you, something will always feel off, even if you can't explain it. That's really the foundation of everything we're about to cover. Mistake 1. No color hierarchy. The first mistake is one of the most overlooked, and it's this: treating every surface in a room as equally important. There's a classic interior design principle that says your walls should be lightest, your floors mid-tone, and your furniture the darkest. Or you flip it: mid-tone walls, dark floors, lighter furniture. Either way, there's a graduation, a sense of weight and grounding. When everything is the same tone, like all white walls, light floors, and light furniture, the room feels flat and undefined. It has no depth, and ironically, it can start to feel cheap, not clean. Give your room a hierarchy. It creates visual structure without you even noticing it consciously. You just feel like the room makes sense. Mistake 2. Too many wall colors. This one's straightforward but surprisingly common. More than 3 colors on your walls, including accent walls, creates visual noise. It pulls the eye in too many directions, and the room ends up feeling unsettled and chaotic. A simple, cohesive background does something powerful. It makes everything else in the room look more intentional. Your furniture, your art, your plants, they all get to shine when the walls aren't competing. If you want variety, bring it in through decor and textiles, not the walls themselves. Okay, this one. At some point, everyone heard the advice, add a pop of color, and people took that literally. Bright blue pillows on a gray sofa, a single bold red vase on a shelf, one electric yellow chair in an otherwise neutral room. The problem isn't the color, it's that it's isolated. One bold, solid color floating in a neutral space doesn't look curated. It looks like an accident. The fix is to build a palette, not drop in a single color. If you love that blue, let it echo, maybe in a pillow with a pattern that includes blue, a subtle blue-toned throw, a piece of art that pulls from the same family. Now it looks intentional. Now it looks designed. Color needs company. A single pop just looks lost. This one is probably the most powerful mistake on this list because it doesn't just affect how a room looks, it affects how you feel in it every single day. Warm colors, terracottas, ambers, warm yellows, deep oranges, they create intimacy. They encourage conversation, relaxation, connection. They're perfect for living rooms, dining rooms, anywhere people gather. Cool colors, blues, soft greens, pale grays, they calm the nervous system. They encourage focus and clarity. They work beautifully in home offices, bathrooms, and bedrooms where you need to mentally decompress. The mistake happens when these get flipped. A bedroom drowning in cool, sterile grays might look modern, but it can also feel emotionally hollow. A home office painted in warm, cozy amber might feel inviting, but it could be quietly killing your focus. Match the emotional purpose of the room to the temperature of your colors. That's when a home stops feeling like a collection of nice things and starts feeling like it was made for you. Last one, and it's sneaky. Your paint color on a swatch is not your paint color on the wall. Lighting changes everything. Warm bulbs, the soft yellow kind, enhance reds, oranges, and yellows. They make warm rooms feel richer and cozier, but they can also make cool tones look dull or muddy. Cool white bulbs do the opposite. They make blues and greens pop, but can make warm rooms feel clinical. So if your color choices feel off and you've tried everything, look up. The bulb temperature might be fighting your palette. A simple switch from warm to cool light or layering a lamp for softer evening lighting can completely transform how a room reads. Color is one of those things that works quietly in the background, but when it's wrong, you feel it. That uncomfortable, unsettled feeling in a room you've spent money on, 9 times out of 10, it traces back to one of these 5 things. Get the hierarchy right. Keep the walls simple. Build a palette instead of dropping in lone pops of color. Match your color temperature to the room's purpose, and don't let your lighting undo all your hard work. Do those 5 things, and your home won't just look better, it'll actually feel better to live in.